Sweet friend, take a soft breath in and feel the gift of this moment. You and I are here together, and there is nothing you need to prove or hide. The worries that gather around finances are not a sign of weakness. They are signals that you long to feel steadiness and freedom. With every gentle exhale, allow the shoulders to loosen and the heart to unknot. Let the mind rest for a beat while you sense the quiet space inside, a space that has waited patiently for your attention, ready to hold you without judgment. You have carried many stories about prosperity, some joyful, some heavy. Perhaps you heard them at the dinner table when you were small, or absorbed them from television voices, or felt them whispered in a classroom where numbers on a page seemed to decide worth. Those stories can feel like rules carved in stone, yet they are only sentences, echoes of other people's fears. In this circle of warmth we create now, you are invited to set down every rule that hurts, every sentence that says you cannot, every echo that keeps you small. Rest them beside you like coats you no longer need to wear. Close the eyes for just a breath's length and notice the quiet rhythm of the chest rising. With each inhale, welcome possibility. With each exhale, release tightness. There is strength in this simple act of noticing. It tells the inner self, I am willing to begin, and that willingness is more powerful than any past mistake. You do not need dramatic action in this second. A sincere decision to be kind to yourself about money is already a healing step. Softly speak within, I am safe to explore new ideas about wealth. Let those words drift through the body like warm sunlight, touching places that used to shrink under doubt. If another thought pops up and challenges the comfort, perhaps it says, this will never work. Just greet that thought with kindness. It is only a visitor. You do not need to invite it to stay. When you find a mirror later today, meet your own eyes and offer a small smile. Whisper, it is good to see you. We are learning about abundance together. Mirrors turn into allies when they reflect compassion rather than criticism. Even 30 seconds of this gentle practice can begin to soften old inner stories that said you were undeserving. Notice any changes in the breath or shoulders as you try it. The body often responds before the mind quite believes. As our time unfolds, treat yourself tenderly, the way you might comfort a dear child who is meeting something new. If the mind becomes impatient and demands immediate proof, place a hand over the heart and reply, Dear mind, our pace is steady and loving. Healing grows in fertile soil, and tenderness is the rich earth that allows fresh seeds to sprout. Let us affirm together. I welcome new channels of prosperity with grace and ease. Speak this softly aloud or silently, then pause to feel its texture inside. Words spoken with gentle trust settle deeper than words barked out of desperation. Give yourself permission to linger with the sentence, to taste its sweetness. You have honored yourself by arriving here. Each breath of willingness is a brick in the sturdy foundation we are building. Over the coming moments, we will explore hidden beliefs, plant new images, and trace the patterns of thought that shape experience. Know that nothing is forced, all unfolds in kindness. You do not have to hold every lesson perfectly today. You simply let curiosity guide you, one compassionate breath at a time. And so we begin. A life's financial picture is like a blueprint drawn long before conscious choice. Lines were sketched by early memories, by remarks overheard in grocery queues, by the way caregivers spoke when bills arrived. Perhaps the blueprint shows narrow hallways of lack, cramped rooms labeled barely enough, or windows too small to let sunshine in. Yet a blueprint on paper is not the house itself. It can be revised. When you look at those lines with fresh, gentle eyes, pencils can be lifted, new arcs can be added, and extra windows can open toward bright skies of possibility. Think back to the earliest time you noticed money moving through grown-up hands. Maybe coins clinked loudly in a jar after a long week, or maybe hush fell across the room whenever payments were due. Children absorb atmosphere faster than facts, so feelings become architecture. If your guardians sighed each time they spoke of expenses, that sigh may have carved a narrow doorway in your design. If they celebrated giving or receiving, those celebrations may have drawn a spacious porch where generosity can gather. Massage these memories with compassion rather than blame. Everyone did the best they knew. Today, we choose fresh tools. Picture placing that old blueprint on a sunny table. Light spills over faded ink. With a gentle eraser of understanding, smudges disappear. In the new blank spaces, you can sketch roomy halls called ease, archways titled opportunity, and a garden labeled generous flow. No heavy storm can wash away what is redrawn in patient love. The subconscious mind watches the redrawing process and takes notes, ready to build new internal walls the moment you commit to a kinder vision. Let us offer a soothing statement to the subconscious. Every day I update my money story with peace. Say it slowly, allowing each word to sink like a pebble into clear water, sending calm ripples across hidden places. Feel how the chest loosens when you grant yourself authority over the story rather than handing it to chance. Some may wonder how lines on an inner page create coins in a palm. It begins with emotions. When thought whispers scarcity, tension tightens the stomach, breath becomes shallow, and choices shrink. When thought hums abundance, the face softens, the gaze lifts, and creative ideas visit. Physiology dances with belief. It prepares the whole being to notice doors that match inner expectation. Changing imagined architecture is not wishful fantasy. It is solid groundwork for new perception. In quiet moments during the day, place both feet flat on the floor and feel the generous support beneath. Speak gently. Life loves me and enriches me. Repeat until the words feel less like hope and more like truth. During errands, if an old blueprint flashes, perhaps at the sight of a price tag, pause and bless the tag. Blessing turns fear into appreciation, appreciation into ease, and ease into wise decisions. Your new lines become clearer each time you practice. You are the artist revising an inner structure that will stand for the rest of your days. You may add skylights of gratitude, staircases of learning, and wide doors through which joy enters freely. There is no need to demolish everything at once. Even one remodeled corner invites fresh energy that soon spreads to other rooms. Patience partnered with persistence forms a powerful team. Now whisper, I trust the process of reshaping my financial home. Let the sentence rest inside like gentle music while you breathe. Feel how the mind starts gathering friendly evidence, recalling little moments of unexpected support, thinking of skills you can share with the world, sensing opportunities that once hid in shadow. Allow each piece of proof to strengthen new walls. Energy follows focus. As you focus on spacious plans, your actions will match the new design. You will speak with more assurance, reach out for guidance where once you stayed silent, and see value in your talents that once seemed ordinary. The blueprint inside turns into daily steps outside, and life responds gladly. Thoughts are like seeds settling into rich soil. Whatever is planted will sprout in time. If phrases such as money slips through my fingers have been sown again and again, sprouts of worry naturally appear. This pattern does not show flaw. It only shows creative power used without direction. Creativity works whether guided or not. When you guide it with clear intention and affection, it yields gardens of peace. The mind enjoys repetition, just as muscles strengthen with steady exercise. Speak gently within, I am worthy of consistent wealth. Let this be a new weight you lift with ease, once in the morning, once at night, and whenever doubt tries to take the stage. Repetition sets roots. Roots anchor new beliefs bear fruit. Notice how the body feels when you speak kindly about fortune. Perhaps the heartbeat steadies, the jaw unclenches, or warmth spreads across the chest. These sensations are signals that the nervous system aligns with fresh understanding. Keep your attention there for a few slow breaths to memorize the feeling. Then, the next time tension flares, you can recall that calm imprint and return more quickly. Patterns, like rivers, carve landscapes with time and flow. A single thought is a droplet. When many droplets run along the same path, they form a stream. The stream becomes a river. The river shapes valleys, and valleys influence every traveler. By introducing new droplets of trust and gratitude, you will gradually steer the river toward fertile fields. Patience is essential, and gentleness is the steering oar. If an old phrase bursts forth loudly, perhaps, I'll never get ahead, meet it as a messenger, not an enemy. Thank it for showing you where a river course still bends toward lack. Without scolding yourself, softly restate, I move forward in harmony with life, and picture the water turning toward open plains. This quiet correction is more effective than force. Compassion changes currents. In casual conversation, practice words that match your new design. When discussing payments, try saying, I'm choosing the best way to invest in my growth, instead of, I can't afford that. Language plants seeds in your own mind as surely as in listeners. Each sentence is a builder on your inner sight, hammering nails of hope or tightening bolts of fear. Choose builders that honor your vision. Your subconscious loves pictures and emotions, so pair words with gentle images. See yourself receiving an envelope of good news. Feel the softness of satisfaction as you pay for something meaningful. Hear the quiet click of coins stacking neatly. Let small visions guide feelings. Let feelings invite outer events that mirror them. A smile often follows such practice because the body senses safety. Continue to nourish your thoughts with gratitude for every form of wealth already present. A supportive friend, a steady heartbeat, warm food. Gratitude is rich fertilizer. Even 1 minute of sincere thanks can brighten a whole morning. As brightness grows, new ideas land like curious birds, bringing inspiration for service, creativity, or skilled work that increases flow. End each evening by saying within, I rest in the generous embrace of life. Trust that while the body sleeps, the mind weaves today's kind thoughts into stronger patterns for tomorrow. The blueprint you revise by day is reinforced at night, as if gentle builders work under starlight, installing beams of confidence while you dream. Through attentive thoughts, loving language, and soothing images, you guide energy into forms that uplift. You are already demonstrating great courage by choosing awareness instead of autopilot. The changes may appear subtle at first, a relaxed sigh where tension lived, a hopeful note when checking balances. Yet such subtleties accumulate into remarkable transformation. Step by step, word by word, breath by breath, you craft an inner world that welcomes the outer prosperity you long to experience. Keep walking with gentle resolve, for each kind thought is a sturdy stone on the path toward abundant living. Take another soft breath. Let the breath flow in gently, like a breeze moving through an open window. This moment is still yours. You are not late. You are not behind. You are simply arriving deeper now into the understanding that love and money are not opposites. They are part of the same life energy. What you speak to with love responds. And so we continue. There is great healing in bringing awareness to the stories that run quietly underneath daily life. The ones that whisper, "Be careful," or "There's not enough," or even, "You'll never get ahead." These are not truths. They are echoes. And today, you are learning how to listen with kindness, then choose again with clarity. Think of awareness like a gentle lamp shining into a room that's been dim for a long time. The room was not wrong. It was simply waiting for light. In the same way, your financial patterns are not flaws. They are teachings. Some taught you how to survive. Some taught you how to do without. But now, new lessons are arriving, ones that teach peace, receptivity, and choice. It is helpful to ask softly within, "What did I learn about money growing up?" Let the question settle like a feather landing on water. Don't search for answers. Let them arise. Maybe you heard people say, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "You have to work hard for every penny." Those phrases didn't come from cruelty. They came from fear, from generations trying to protect themselves. Yet if those words feel tight around your spirit, you are allowed to loosen them. Another question to hold gently: how do I feel when I think about receiving more? Watch what rises: tension, hope, guilt, maybe excitement. Whatever comes, greet it like an old friend who simply wants to be heard. Place a hand over the heart and say, "It's safe to feel what I feel. It's safe to learn new ways." Perhaps you notice a pattern of guilt when spending on yourself, or a fear of being seen as greedy if you have too much. These are not your truths. They are borrowed garments that no longer fit. You do not need to scold yourself for wearing them. Simply hang them up and say, "Thank you, but I choose differently now." This is a perfect time to use your journal, not as a task, but as a friend. Write softly, kindly. "My old beliefs about money sounded like," and let your pen flow. Then, on another page, begin writing what you would love your new beliefs to say. Words like, "I am worthy of wealth that supports my well-being," or "Money is a loving tool that flows to me and through me with ease." Let the new sentences feel like warm clothes you're trying on. No pressure, just exploration. Each time you bring awareness to a belief, you reclaim your power to shift it. And as you shift the inner script, the outer world will gently begin to respond. Life always reflects the stories we tell with feeling. Now, let's turn toward one of the most powerful tools in healing: mirror work. Mirror work may seem simple, yet it reaches deep into the layers where beliefs are stored. When you look into your own eyes with kindness, truly look, something inside begins to soften, resistance loosens, the heart begins to trust again. Stand before a mirror today, any mirror, even the smallest one. Look into your reflection and say, "I love and accept you. I support your growth." If those words feel too large right now, start with, "I am willing to support you." Willingness opens the door. The mirror becomes a space where love returns home. For those healing their money blueprint, a beautiful mirror affirmation is, "I am open to receiving wealth in unexpected and beautiful ways." Say it slowly. Breathe between the words. If your eyes look away, that's okay. Try again tomorrow. Every time you try, healing happens. The subconscious does not respond to harshness. It blooms under softness. Mirror work isn't about fixing. It's about connecting. It is a practice of building a loving relationship with yourself, and from that love, new beliefs grow strong. Speak these affirmations while gently touching your heart. I release fear and welcome abundance. It is safe for me to be rich in every way. I trust life to support me financially. Say them each day with presence. Write them down if you wish. Tape them to your mirror or place them beside your bed. Let your environment become a quiet partner in your healing. Every repeated word is a thread weaving a new pattern in your subconscious. And every time you affirm something beautiful for yourself, you send a ripple of permission into the world. Let us now explore the beauty of visualization. Visualization is the language of the subconscious mind. It doesn't work with logic. It responds to pictures, sensations, and emotions. When you visualize your desired experience with love and consistency, your inner world begins to change, and your outer life follows. You do not have to see perfectly. You do not need to force images. Simply allow yourself to feel what it would be like to experience ease, flow, and support. Let that feeling wash over you like warm sunlight on your skin. That feeling is the key. Sit quietly with eyes closed or softened. Let your breath be calm. Picture yourself walking through a peaceful day, a day where your financial life feels whole and supported. You receive money with grace. You spend with joy. You save with confidence. And through it all, there is a quiet hum of safety and trust beneath everything. See yourself smiling as you open a letter that brings good news. Imagine paying for something meaningful with deep satisfaction. Visualize a soft, steady stream of money flowing into your account as naturally as the tide returning to shore. Let these images feel good. Let them soothe you. You may wish to repeat softly, "Life supports me in beautiful ways." Feel those words as if they are already true, and in truth they are, because your belief begins the process. Belief creates alignment. Alignment attracts experience. Visualization is not about pretending. It's about remembering who you truly are beneath the clutter of fear, a being made of infinite energy, worthy of beauty, support, and joy. When you connect with that truth, you begin to draw matching experiences like a magnet draws metal. It's not magic, it's harmony. Practice this visualization once a day, perhaps in the morning before the world calls you outward, or at night as you prepare to rest. Let it become a gentle habit, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. Over time, it becomes a sacred space where new truths are born. Some days the mind may resist. It may say, "This is silly," or "Nothing's changing." Thank the mind for trying to protect you, then return to the feeling. You don't need to argue with old thoughts. You simply need to feel the new ones often enough that they become familiar. You are not faking anything. You are rehearsing trust. You are practicing the reality you wish to live. And the more you practice it inside, the more life begins to reflect it outside. Allow this truth to settle. You are allowed to feel good about money. You are allowed to see yourself supported. You are allowed to believe in a future that feels kind and abundant. You are allowed to receive. Now gently speak within, "I allow myself to receive with joy." Let this be your soft mantra throughout the day. Whisper it while you make tea, or as you walk, or when you pause between tasks. Let it guide your focus, your posture, your choices. Your financial life is not a fixed story. It is a living conversation between your inner beliefs and outer experiences. With awareness, mirror work, and visualization, you are rewriting the conversation with love. keep writing, keep speaking, keep believing, gently, consistently, kindly. The seeds you are planting now will grow into the garden you've always longed to walk through. Keep going. You're doing beautifully. Let's continue this gentle journey inward. By now, a soft shift may already be happening within, a sense of opening, of loosening around old ideas that once felt like stone. It's perfectly natural if emotions rise and fall through this process. Transformation is not dramatic. Often it is the quiet unfolding of trust in a place that once only knew tension. You are not rushing. You are remembering how to be at ease with wealth, one calm thought at a time. Daily mindset shifts are like brushing your energetic teeth. They clean out residue left by fear, scarcity, and doubt. These shifts are not grand gestures. They are quiet choices made with intention. They are small but powerful, like drops of water that over time shape stone. Start your mornings with a phrase that lifts you. Today, I welcome abundance in all forms. Speak it before touching your phone or reaching for anything external. Let your first voice be one of faith. Let it rise from your inner sanctuary. As the day unfolds, gently notice the words you use. If you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford that," pause and shift it lovingly. Try, "I'm choosing to focus my resources wisely today," or "I'm making space for even greater wealth to arrive." These tiny changes shape the way your subconscious understands reality. The brain listens closely. Every word is a suggestion. Keep a small notebook of gratitude specifically for money. Each evening, write down 5 moments where you felt supported financially, even if they seem small. A discount at the store, an unexpected refund, a bill you were able to pay with calm. These acknowledgments are like water to the garden of your new beliefs. Where gratitude lives, fear finds no soil. Throughout the day, you can use touch as a grounding anchor. Place a hand over your heart when paying for something and silently say, "Thank you, money, for supporting me." Or when receiving income, however modest, say, "Thank you, life, for this flow." These tiny gestures align your body, your voice, and your energy into one beautiful agreement. Create an environment that reflects your vision. Even small shifts matter. Organize your wallet or purse with love. Choose one object, a journal, a vase, a photo, that symbolizes abundance to you, and place it somewhere you see often. Let your space become a mirror for your new inner world. Repeat throughout the day, "It is safe for me to thrive." Whisper it in traffic. Breathe it while washing dishes. Let it become a lullaby for your nervous system. The more your inner voice sings this truth, the more your outer experience begins to join the chorus. And when you falter, and you will, because all humans do, respond with softness. Meet your moment of fear with this phrase, "I see you, I understand you, and I'm still choosing peace." Choosing peace in the face of an old trigger is a powerful act. It tells your inner world, we are safe now, we are doing things differently. Sometimes, even with the best intentions, old patterns reappear. That's not a failure. It's a reminder of how deeply those grooves were once carved. If an old habit shows up, like hoarding, impulsive spending, or panicking over a bill, greet it like a visiting child who forgot that things have changed. Place your hand gently on your chest and say, "We're not doing that anymore. We're choosing peace now." Then breathe deeply. Let the breath replace shame. Let love step in where guilt used to be. A helpful phrase in those moments is, "I bless the pattern and I choose again." That's all you need to do. You don't erase the past. You thank it for trying to protect you, and then you take a new step in a better direction. If you find yourself spiraling in fear, use grounding tools. Stand with both feet on the floor and feel the ground. Repeat, I am supported. I am safe. I am guided. Or take a walk and gently say with each step, this moment is new. This moment is new. Movement helps the nervous system remember that fear is not the only rhythm. You are allowed to feel good about money even when the world seems chaotic. Your healing is not dependent on the economy or others' beliefs. It is an inner process, and you are doing it beautifully. Imagine the universe as a loving presence that never punishes, never judges, only responds to your most consistent vibration. It doesn't ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be willing. When old fear returns, simply return to your affirmations, your breath, your soft voice. Each loving redirection is a stitch in the new fabric you are weaving. The fabric of a life where wealth and joy are not rare visitors but daily companions. Now rest your awareness in the truth that has always waited beneath the noise. You are already connected to abundance. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to earn your right to it. You simply allow it. You are enough, not because of effort, but because of existence. You've walked this path with courage, a courage that shows not in grand declarations, but in gentle consistency. In the breath you took instead of panicking, in the kind word you spoke to yourself when fear returned, in the choice to stay open even when evidence was scarce. And so, my dear, this is where we rest today, but it is not an ending, it is a turning point. You now hold tools that are always within reach: awareness, mirror work, visualization, soft affirmations, and a loving voice that always says, we're okay, keep going. As you step back into your day, do so with the quiet confidence of someone who has remembered their truth. You are not separate from wealth. You are part of its natural dance. You receive, you give, you circulate, you trust. And each time you act with that knowing, you reshape not just your life, but the very energy that moves through the world. Let us end together with a final affirmation. You may close your eyes or speak it aloud softly. I am open to receive. I am worthy of wealth. Life supports me, and I say yes. Breathe that in gently. Hold it close. Let it move through your heart like a song written just for you. You are doing enough. You are becoming more free with each loving step. And the life you've dreamed of, it's already walking toward you. Keep your arms open. Keep your heart soft. And know you are deeply loved and all is well.